All right, 9:37 on this Wednesday morning, our friends Jen and Jacob Jordan are back this morning to talk about their new book. It's fantastic. If you don't know, by the way, Jen is the morning show host on Q102. She's been a friend to this show for years and years and years. We love you. We love you, Jen. Jacob is her son. He was born with autism and apraxia, and his speech is unreliable. And that has been a journey for you guys for a long time.
Yeah, for a very long time.
Talk about Jacob finding his voice, and that's where this book comes from. So we're going to talk about this in just a minute. But he found his voice, and you got to kind of catalog it.
Yeah. So, I mean, for the first 22 years of his life, he had unreliable speech, which means he has words, but they are not what he intends to say, and oftentimes they're the exact opposite of what he intends to say. That is apraxia. It causes a brain-body disconnect. So the body does not do what the mind wants it to. Now, we never fully understood apraxia because at the time of his diagnosis, they said he has severe nonverbal autism and apraxia, and it was just kind of treated like an aside and wasn't ever really explained to us.
Sure.
But now that we understand what apraxia is and how it affects him, we're finding out that everything we've been told about him is not true. There is no cognitive delay. There is no intellectual disability. He was in there the entire time. It was just the apraxia that prevented the speech from happening because of this disconnect.
But this was a fight for you, for obviously, and this is Jacob and his best friend, Andrew. And I mean, it was through your hard work and a lot of professionals in our area and across the country that gave him the ability to communicate.
Yeah. What we discovered was that it would be so much easier than taking all of the fine motor skills that speech requires, you know, with the tongue and the teeth and the voice, and it's a lot, right? That it would be easier to just put all of that energy into one gross motor movement of pointing to letters one at a time on a wireless keyboard.
Yeah.
And getting control over his body enough, fighting impulse, to get control of his arm and his finger to point at these letters.
So we asked, of course, Jacob earlier, just how he felt about the book, and he can communicate. These are his words on an iPad. And Jen, explain to people at home how this all goes. And then we're going to talk about where you guys can get the book because it's so important.
What the book is this chronicles his first year of having communication. It goes from the communication breakthrough when we all realized our lives were forever changed because now he's able to tell us everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine what life would, can you imagine not being able to communicate? Not being able to tell anybody what you want or what you need or what you feel?
It's what we do for a living.
I mean, it's what we do, and I think that's what drove me is because that's so unimaginable for someone who does what we do, right? To not have that. And I just couldn't, I knew you were in there, didn't I? I knew. I wasn't the only one. So this chronicles the breakthrough through the first year of having communication and explains everything.
So when we asked Jacob earlier, we're like, we wanted to know, what do you think about the book, man?
All right.
And this is what he had to say.
This is what he had to say. All right, bud, press play. This is his voice.
This book is important for everyone. Of course, my experience is unique. But it doesn't have to be. I first want to reach the parents of kids like me. As you read this book, know that this is possible for your kid too. Believe in them and give them a chance to show you. Next, I want to reach everyone else. As much as I love the attention, spelling should be normalized as a way of communication. I think it is important to know about this and presuming competence even if you have no connection to the autism community. Get your copy and pass it to your friend too. Let's normalize unique communication.
I love that. And that's so important, I think, for all of us. And to read the book, which you can pick up now, it's on sale now, and you gave me an advance copy and I went home and read it. And I was going to pull some quotes out, but I'll let you guys just do it on your own because I'm like, Jen, I love page 33 and 92 and blah, blah, blah. And the thing about it is that the parents out there that have that frustration that they don't feel like they're doing enough, when you find this key, what was that reaction like?
You know,
and it's chronicled, of course, but what was that like?
It just felt like finally, it was like, yes, all this time I was right. I knew it, you know, I knew it was there. And I knew that it meant freedom for both of us. that he would now be able to create the life that he wanted for himself, not one that I was creating for him with my best guesses from what I was able to surmise by, his behavior
Sure.
for 20 some years that I now know. It's not even reliable. I mean,
Right.
it's not just his voice that does things that he doesn't want it to do. His entire body does things.
Right.
He says no to things that he wants
To
to say
do.
yes to.
Yeah.
I mean, he ate the same 20 foods for 2 decades. We find this. He tells us that he wants to try new foods. In the 2 years since his communication breakthrough, he's tried over 600 new foods. I
Yeah.
mean, it's craziness.
Well, and you get to learn about Andrew too, who is his best friend.
Yeah.
And these two are like a show. You know what I mean? Like,
They really
like your
are.
morning show or our
They
morning
really
show.
are.
And it's just wild. So pick it up. Of course, Jenn is going to be on Sunday in Crestview Hills at Painted Tree.
That's where you're going to come see
That's
me.
where I'm going to come
I
see her.
know
So,
it.
but if you want to
We have
see
a-
me, if you want to see Jenn, we're going to be together on
We'll
Sunday.
be together on Sunday. Otherwise, we're going to be at Joseph Beth in Rookwood
Yeah.
on Friday night from 7 to 9, and then the Painted Tree on Montgomery Road there in Harper Station
Yeah.
from noon to 2 on Saturday. But yeah, I mean,
Look
it's
at
our
the book.
beautiful.
It's
a beautiful.
beautiful.
It's a coffee table book filled with pictures.
And this is great for people who otherwise don't understand autism and apraxia, but also too for people that are in the special education and needs area. It's also like a nice guidebook
That's
to your
exactly it.
experience.
Well, and
God, you didn't even put me up to this. I'm
you
just
are
knocking
so
it out.
good. I
selling
love
this for
it.
you.
I love it. So awesome. But yeah, it gives you insight into the mind of someone who is unable to communicate.
Right.
So if you know someone or work with someone, have a child or are an educator or a therapist that has someone with unreliable speech or no speech at all, this gives you insight into what life is like for them because Andrew and Jacob explain it so beautifully.
Yeah, they really do. And buddy, we're listening. Trust me, we're listening. Thank you for coming in. He's so good. He's such a cool
I know.
kid.
You can say thanks.
Yeah,
Steve.
thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to be back in 2.5 minutes. All of this information on where to pick up the book and where Jenn and of course Jacob will be, it's on our website at fox19.com. We'll be right back.